What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we are here for a couple of reasons. We're here to address the ongoing Sancho story, him obviously coming fairly close to joining Manchester United. I've read reports that Dortmund have identified their replacement. It's probably not going to be a massive shock, and if you have eyes and are looking at the title, you'll know exactly who it is. But it was more confirmed, more or less, in the last little bit than it has been anywhere other. And of course, today we are going to be announcing the winner of our Stadium for Ants contest, where one of you lucky, hopefully viewers, if they're tuned in today, are going to be walking away with a nice one-of-a-kind piece, a Stadium for Ants. So it should be fun. Hopefully you guys are doing well. We will say a nice little hello to you guys. Hi Josh, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Is it Mullen? Yeah, I mean, and in short, it is Mullen. I kind of put it on the thumbnail, but I'll read some of the stories nonetheless. I mean, you guys are probably very familiar with what's going on with Sancho right now. The rumors have been going up. There's been tweets coming from Romano, left, right, and center, basically alluding to the fact that the deal was maybe going to happen yesterday. I was on call, I guess you could say, for the majority of yesterday. I thought that the news was coming. It didn't come, but it probably will happen relatively soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but it says that for those of you guys who haven't maybe followed it as in detail, it says that Man United have finalized the deal with Jadon Sancho after the terms have been agreed. Obviously, Dortmund were holding out for around 90 in add-ons. I'm not sure exactly what the final price is. It says that Dortmund have given the green light for Sancho to leave and reduce their original asking price from 85 a few months ago to 77.5. I don't know how, and that's in pounds, so I don't know how 100% it is, and in euros it's 85 to 90 with the add-ons, and then it says he's going to sign about 350,000 a week. So yeah, fun stuff there, I guess. Let's go, says Luke Carrier. Sancho joining via mate. Well, Jack Grealish is leaving, so there you go. There's also an Erling Haaland rumor we can touch on a little bit today as well. I'll pull up the article that a couple of you guys were tagging me in. It was to do with Bayern, but Haaland has spoke out on it. But we will touch on Haaland a little bit too. Joining the streams, Agents, how you doing, my man? Well, hello there. Well, hello there. Are you a Star Wars fan? You a Star Wars fan, my friend? Have you seen the leak of Sancho doing a Man United photo shoot? It's appalling. I have not seen that leak. If you want to tag me in it, you guys want any leaks or anything you want me to send me, you can send it to me on Twitter. It's TV_JJD. Feel free to send me anything there, or Instagram. I use Twitter a little bit more. What's up, Josh? Not much, my man. Have some fun transfer news to talk about with you guys today. What do you think about the Haaland rumors? What do you think we would do if he leaves? So, the Haaland rumors, for those of you guys who haven't heard, it said that Bayern Munich has set their sights on Borussia Dortmund star for a Robert Lewandowski replacement, meaning, obviously, Erling Haaland. It says, the Bundesliga giants Bayern Munich have reportedly decided to pursue their rivals Borussia Dortmund star striker Erling Haaland with a view that the Norwegian becoming their heir to world-class veteran Robert Lewandowski's throne, which, whatever. It says that the 33-year-old is fast approaching his peak at 33 and is seemingly ageless, his ability, but however, it will not go on forever. And it's also noted that Bayern have decided to go for the Norwegian. It says that several clubs are linked with him, including United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Madrid, blah, 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 the entire basically big hitters around the world. However, there has been other reports coming out saying that Erling Haaland hits back at the report and says that it's fake news. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys want to think about that. I don't think that Bayern are going to sign Haaland. I don't think that he would do that to us. I don't think that it'd go down like that. But you never know. You never know. Hello, my friend, Mr. Carlson, my guy. How you doing? But yes, my opinion is that it's fake. Haaland won't be going to Bayern. He'll probably leave to go to the Prem or La Liga when the time comes. I don't know. I don't see Bayern going for that type of signing. Will Mullen really come to us? I've been waiting for years, bro. And this is what I've read as well. In another article, it says that they've basically come out and found that the Sancho deal is pretty much inevitable at this point, and they said that Dortmund have identified their replacement in the likes of Mullen. So there are some pretty legitimate sources. I mean, this isn't a new rumor, but in the recent times, the rumor mill is coming back out fast and furious. It does look like Mullen is the guy to potentially come to Dortmund, which, I'm excited. I found it on Instagram. Well, let's take a look. We'll go to Instagram, see how inappropriate this may be. That's a little cringy. I can see it. It's a little cringy, my man. Hopefully that's not true. If Haaland joins Bayern, I will never forgive him. I don't think he will. I don't think that he will join Bayern. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if Bayern would target Haaland. It seems like a natural target. I mean, someone who's successful in the Bundesliga, someone who'll be good for a decade, someone who'll be worth every penny if there is a release clause. Bayern has snaked Götze from us on a release clause again. So, I mean, it's in their nature. A lot of people don't see it happening. I don't as well. I think that Haaland would potentially look to leave the Bundesliga, if anything else. Won't happen, too expensive. I think Bayern won't pay that much. Well, I mean, they spent 80 on Lucas Hernandez, and if this release clause, and I'm putting it there, is 100% legitimate, then I don't know. I mean, 75 for a striker that's going to be with you for the better part of a decade, but I still agree that it's probably not going to happen. You think that there would be a way in a contract of a player to deny the chance to sign for Bayern? Oh yeah, like if they activated the release clause, it doesn't mean that Haaland has to sign for them. Bayern would then look to agree terms, and if you agree terms, basically using a release clause means you get a bypass negotiating with the club. So if there's a release clause there, and whoever hits Haaland's release clause gets to bypass Dortmund, go right to Haaland, and then they can start dealing with it. Now, I don't think he's going to join Bayern. I think, like I said, he's going to stay with Dortmund for another season, and then whatever we find out about the release clause will give us more of an indication as to where he may go, even though I don't think it's going to be Bayern. And yeah, I mean, it would be the shittiest thing that could ever happen. It's not official until Fab tweets. It is not. I have his notifications on the bell. I'm waiting for the actual breakdown, but we have to announce the contest winner anyways, so I figured I'd come in here and talk to you guys. Reading a lot of reports, like I said, about how the deal is coming closer, how it's just a matter of time now. And then an interesting article that I read about Dortmund basically coming out and saying that Mullen's their guy to go forward, to replace Sancho. And I think it's interesting. I want to see what you guys have to think about it. But it's I don't know, man. It's a little nerve-wracking. Zachary's here, says Haaland is my least favorite kind of superstar. He's like Ronaldo, Kane, or Lewandowski. All goals, no magic, like Messi. I mean, I like Haaland, just the fact that he's a natural goal scorer, man. He's someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. I mean, Lewandowski do things differently. I mean, that's why I said I could absolutely see Bayern thinking of pursuing this transfer on the course that they spend 75 mil. They're going to have a superstar for a decade. But I still don't see, there's a couple of reasons I don't see the transfer going down. I feel like Dortmund would do everything in their power to make sure it's not a repeat of the Lewandowski fiasco. I feel like they could potentially find a way to get Haaland to go to the Prem, to go to La Liga, to make sure it just doesn't happen to Bayern. And also, I mean, if Bayern is willing to drop that kind of money, we honestly don't know. It's not going to get him for free this time like he did Lewandowski. What's your opinion on Lewandowski back to Dortmund and Haaland join Bayern? I would hate it. I mean, Lewandowski is still a star striker, but I don't think Lewandowski would want to come back to Dortmund. I don't think that replacing our star 21-year-old with a 33-year-old is a good piece of business that we would look to do. It's an interesting thought, but it would be a solution for us at the striker position for 2 years while we give Bayern a striker for 10. And I can't see it. Haaland will definitely not join Bayern. I don't think so either, Steve. Trust in Steve. We trust in Steve. Zachary's pretty damn fun to watch all four of them, though. Haaland tweeted. What did Haaland tweet? Let's talk footy. All 5 of them. I doubt Haaland wants to come to Bayern, though. I really think he wants to leave the Bundesliga. I agree. I think that when he does eventually leave, it will be to the Prem. It will be to La Liga, whatever they decide. But I don't see it happen. It has been rumors that coming around, though, that Bayern have identified him. It doesn't mean anything. But it is one of those rumors that you just got to address. I hope that it obviously is not true. But the main reason we're here is to talk about Sancho. And it says like the deal is extremely close. If you've been any way, shape, or form paying attention to Twitter or any of those news, it seems like this Sancho deal is finally over. But this is an article from that I found. Where is it? It's at the bottom of this article talking about Sancho, and it says the Bundesliga side is flirting with replacements for the England international and have identified PSV star Donny Malen as a target. So, he says that Malen is the preferred candidate to replace their star, and the German club wants to reinvest a small chunk of money from Sancho's sale to the Dutchman. So if you guys heard me talk about it already and talked about the fact that they're going to use about 75 mil to balance the books this year, and they're going to spend about 27-ish on Malen, can get you a little bit nerve-wracking. But you're more of a fan of sick dribbling. Well, there you go. Lacroix to BVB. Lacroix will not be going to BVB. There's no chance in terms of what we're going to spend this year. Like I said, we got our keeper, good budget deal keeper. We got Kobel. We're going to spend about up to 30 probably. I mean, the reports are saying 27 to 30, something like that, on Malen. And then we may be able to get a center back. And if we do, it'll be in the region of probably 15 mil. Lacroix is out of our budget. In my opinion, Lacroix will end up at Leipzig. They have a lot of money. They have a huge hole at their CB, especially with Upamecano and Konate moving on. So if you're asking me, Lacroix to Leipzig. Bai is here. Bai, how you doing, my guy? Josh, what's up? Not too much. Addressing some comments and doing our contest winner later in the episode. But Lewandowski wouldn't be able to replace Haaland in the long term. Lewy wouldn't be able to recreate what he did for Bayern. No, he won't. And that's why I wouldn't take Lewandowski back at Dortmund. I mean, A, we have to probably pay for him, and B, he's 33. Amazing, but 33. Does it really matter how much we get? It's not like we're going to have spent it anyways. And that was a big point I was trying to point out to you guys yesterday, and obviously like I made a tweet about it that a lot of you guys noticed. But yeah, in terms, and it's the number one reason why I said, Josh, why wouldn't you want to sell Haaland this year for 170, for example, instead of next year for the alleged 75? And it's because Dortmund won't spend it all anyways. If we get 170 this year or we get 75, his replacement, no matter what, will probably cost about 30 to 40. That is how Dortmund do business. That is what we know. That is what we have come to enjoy. So that's the reason I'm like, well, what's the point then? Let's keep Haaland for another year. We can't lose Sancho and Haaland in the same window. It's not a good look in the club, and it's going to make sure that it's impossible for us to win the league. So let's keep Haaland. Let's hope he bangs in 30 goals, has another excellent season, and then sell him when we sell him and move on. And more than likely, like I said to you guys, Malen will more than likely, I think that Dortmund, if they can get this deal done, it would be a great piece of business for a couple of reasons. One, I think other clubs are targeting Malen. Liverpool has been rumored and a couple other ones as well. Two, if we're able to get that 27 to 30 million deal, which if there's other clubs looking is hard, but if we're able to pull it off, great piece of business. It also brings in a versatile player to play on the wings this year. He will be a like-for-like type of player for Sancho. Even though they're not the same type of player, he will have to play on the wings, even though it's not his favorite position. He can play up front in a two-man formation. And next year, if we sell Haaland, Malen, in my opinion, will be promoted to the striker position, and then we will use that Malen money to find a natural winger, for example, Leon Bailey. That is the way I see this playing down. And the reason that we jumped for like a Daniel Malen instead of a straight-up Leon Bailey is because we have bigger plans for him down the road, and that is why. Hey Josh, I know you've been busy going through a ton of transfer rumors, but the truth is the media is manipulating you to think that Sancho is leaving, but he never said that. Sancho has said that, and I do believe Sancho wants to go, Catalina. It was an agreement when he came to the club. So it's the way that Dortmund do business. We made sure that Sancho had a platform to grow, and when he wanted to return to the Premier League, we are going to give him that platform to do so. I've read through a few sources that that he wants to go to United. That is his preferred destination. And with the way the Euros are going, I don't think it's going to change his mind anytime soon. We will miss Jadon. But, I mean, you never know. United know how to butcher shit, so this thing isn't done until it's done. I can't wait for Lewy to what? To leave? To leave Bayern? To leave Bayern. That's fair. Imagine if we sell Haaland and then go for someone like Lautaro Martinez. Again, though, we can't. We can't do it. That's not our profile player. Lautaro Martinez is one of the most highly thought of young strikers. Dortmund will never be able to sign him. They don't have enough money to do so. They won't spend. What do you think Lautaro would go for? 60 to 80, something along those lines? Would you guys say? Our budget, I bet you, with a replacement is 30 to 40. Hello, Josh. How you doing, my man? Malen doesn't have the playmaking ability of Sancho, but the finishing pace and more or less of the dribbling ability. I agree, and like I said, he's a very different player from Sancho, but I think that we're banking on the fact that this is Dortmund's opportunity to bring him in now. They're going to do it. They're going to bring Malen in now with the hopes that he will transition to eventually become our striker. He can play on the wings. He won't be a like-for-like Sancho winger, but he can play on the wings. Surprisingly, Ovechkin is my favorite hockey player. He's exactly like Haaland, Kane type of player. He's a goal scorer, baby. Our Bundesliga schedule has a tough start. It is. It's a couple teams that we aren't overly great against, and Hoffenheim and Freiburg, but they are good teams. But we hopefully will be able to hit the ground running and take down Frankfurt first game. Hey, Dortmund guy, Haaland to Bayern, hell no. Not a chance. There's a rumor of it, but I don't see it happening. Chance of winning the Champions League, in your point of view, when will we be capable of doing so? It's hard. It's hard with the way that Dortmund do business. The best way I can put it to you guys who are Dortmund fans, if you're looking for when are we going to win the Champions League, when are we going to win the Bundesliga, you will not know going into the season. It's the same way that we went and we won the double. It's the same way we went and we had more of an idea that the 2013 season we would have a decent start, but still it was an unknown that we make it to the Champions League final. But going into the 2011 and 2012 season, like I was talking with Owen Mayel and he told me like it was incredible. It makes the season and our first title so unique is because we went into that season not knowing what we were capable of. A lot of young players, and that's what Dortmund do. They bring in these young guys, and if there's a chance that everything clicks, they're led by a good leader in Klopp, good young players, Kagawa, Götze shining, and they just grow, and out of nowhere they hit you like a train. That is how I see it happening. The next time we win the Bundesliga, next time you go on a deep run, we won't go into the season and be like, you know what, this is our season to lose. That's not ever going to be the case. But if Marco Rose hits the ground running and there's just some surprise performances from some players, maybe Gio, for example, breaks out into a global superstar. If Haaland obviously keeps going, if our replacement, if Malen hits the ground, those are the type of things that need to happen in a season to give us a chance of winning something. And like in my opinion, it'll be very rare that Dortmund go into the season being like, this is our Bundesliga to lose. But if everything goes well and everything happens, we can go for a run, which is what I expect the next time we win something like a Bundesliga or a Champions League. Will Dortmund allow fans to come back next season? I'm assuming. I don't know the schedule, the layout, the types. I have no idea. But I'm assuming that we will see fans in there at some point next season. Who do you got for the Euros? I picked Belgium to win. I'm going to back them still. Hey, Josh, I'm a little late. It looks like we're going to be willing to let Fry, Wolf, and Schultz leave. And I'm happy about Wolf. I think Wolf should move on. I don't think that he's good enough for the club. That's just as straightforward as that. I think that we should sell him to a Cologne, a Hoffenheim, some type of team like that. Hoffenheim would be a good look because he can play wing back. Schultz, same situation. I'd like us to go target a talented, young, natural left back. Not a wing back, a natural, straight-up left back. And then Fry is interesting. I was a big fan of Emmanuel Fry. He really impressed me last year during our exhibition. I was hoping to see some exhibition games with him this year. I'm a little bit sad about Fry. I still don't know if he'd be able to break into the team, but there was a lot I liked about watching him. Talented, versatile. So I don't know. Fry is the one that kind of bugged me a little bit. Wolf and Schultz I can absolutely see leaving, and it's probably the right decision. Keep Haaland for one more season because Daka is leaving Salzburg and could start and shine. Yeah, Haaland leaves when we buy Manny for a backup. It's not a bad look. I absolutely agree. No matter the circumstances, Haaland has to stay this season. 100%. We're selling Sancho. Haaland stays. It's as quick, easy as that. But I do believe that is, if we sign Malen, I do believe that Malen will eventually be our starting striker, and we will go out and buy like a Leon Bailey. That is just my opinion. Then you'll see a Hazard on the right, Leon Bailey on the left, probably either Royce or Gio, depending on what Royce is like in a couple of years' time, and then Malen up front. That is how I see it playing out. In my opinion, I wanted to see Wolf get a chance under Rosa. I didn't. I've seen enough of Marius Wolf. Nothing against the player. I think he's a very good, solid mid-table Bundesliga player. I just don't. I don't know. I don't need to see him anymore for Dortmund. That's as honest as it be. Does Malen's injury record make you nervous? For me, no. I don't think it's as quite bad as some people may think. He has played in most of the games this year. He played last year, he had a bit of one. In the 2018-19 season, he played in 31. 19-20, he played in 14, but 2021, he played in 32 of 34, scoring 19 goals, 8 assists. Incredible numbers. And he stayed healthy for last year. So, I mean, if he was coming into Dortmund with an injury-riddled season, maybe I'd be a little bit more nervous. But playing 32 of 34 games doesn't shake me too much. Just terminate the loan deal of Renier, give an opportunity to Rashel, other U23 talents. We developed Hakimi. What did it get us? I wholeheartedly agree. I don't know. I don't think Dortmund is a club where we need to be bringing in loan players. I don't. Hakimi was the maybe exception because he was so vital to some of the success we had, even though over time it didn't matter. We didn't buy him, and now he's being successful with someone else. There's no reason to start Renier over any of our youngsters. Zero reason for it. Dortmund should not be loaning in any players. That is my opinion, and I'm absolutely sticking to it. I would like to see Renier's. And again, nothing really against the player, but I mean, there's better talent on this squad than Renier. Let him go, end his loan, send him back. Maybe he can get loaned out to somewhere he'll actually play. I think ending Renier's loan will be good for the player and for us because it'll give our youngsters like Knauf and whoever else comes up from the young ones, the U23s, will have a better opportunity. You guys are killing it on comments today. I'll try to catch up. Sorry. How old is Paco Alcacer? He's not that old. He was great at BVB. I think he's 28. So he's only 25, 26? I don't know. Am I wrong? Let's look up Paco. I think he's a little bit older. I think he's at least 27, I thought. He is 27. So he's turning 28. So I was kind of right. So he's a bit older. I do miss Paco. He had bad injury issues, though. Gio. Like Dembele, Aubameyang, Paco, Hakimi, Lewandowski, and Sancho. Yep, the difference is that Aubameyang, Dembele ripped their way out of the club. Paco left because Haaland came in. Hakimi left because he was a loan. Lewandowski screwed us. And Sancho, it was a deal before he came. So, I mean, in that list, the ones that pissed me off is Dembele, Aubameyang. The other ones all had legitimate reasons for moving on. What can we expect from BVB if Sancho leaves next season? I could still expect a top 2 finish. I think that with Marco Rosa coming in, implementing his system, working with Edin Terzic in a nice tandem coaching style, they're going to, I mean, not tandem side by side, but learning from each other, taking some of the experiences Terzic has had, some of the team chemistry. Rosa comes in with a little bit more experience, a little bit more knowledge, and then having just a good squad. We're going to lose Sancho, yes, but we're going to probably bring in Daniel Malen, who had an excellent season at PSV. We have different formations that Malen can suit, playing with a 2-striker formation. We can play a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. Dahoud, Bellingham just getting better. Witsel coming back. Haaland, who's still going to put up 30. This team, if Bayern slip up and can't get into Nagelsmann's system, this Dortmund team should have a chance to compete with Bayern for the title. At the very least, they should have a second-place finish. But I still think this is a very talented Dortmund squad. Bayern have a chance to slip with Nagelsmann. They do. We also have a chance to slip with Marco Rosa, but with Terzic staying on, it's kind of turning my head that it may be a good thing. It might make him help transition him in a little bit easier. But what do you think of Mukuku? Do you think he will be second BVB player to win the Ballon d'Or? I don't know about that. I think he's a very talented young kid. I think he's got a long road ahead. He needs to find a way to get some minutes next season. I don't think that Mukuku will find a ton of minutes. I think he's going to find minutes hard to come by. When you have someone like Haaland in, you're bringing in Malen as well. In my opinion, if Haaland's not ready to start as a striker, if he's injured or has a card, I personally would feel better starting Malen if we brought Malen in than Mukuku. He's still 17. He's still young. Find a way to get him minutes. He'll probably come off the bench a good chunk, but I can't really give you an answer in terms of Ballon d'Or. We can expect probably hopefully competing for a title. That's hopefully what I'm expecting. Do you think that we'll win the Bundesliga next season? I think that this is the most wild, unpredictable Bundesliga season we're going to see. Seven out of the top 8 clubs are going to have new managers. A lot of players coming in and out. This will be an insane season, and I'm absolutely excited for it. It's a good season for the neutrals, and I think that we have a good shot. But I'm not going to sit here and say we're the head-on favorites, because we're not. Bayern are the favorites, but I do think that we can push them, especially if Nagelsmann slips up. Did we sign him? I don't know if we signed Kamara or not. I know we were linked with him. I don't think we signed him. Let me know if you guys do know. I believe that we were heavily rumored to him, but Trafflet from Rennes. He's a good left young back. I haven't looked at any left backs in particular. I know there's a young Swede. I don't really care who it is. I just want a natural left back, a little bit more defensive than attacking. Young, learn, and can be useful when we need to have a more defensive outlook at the left back, and then sell Schultz. Because Guerrero's going to get 95% of those minutes, but if there's situations where we need to go more defensively during a game, I would like just a young kid who can come in, can learn, and grow in that left back position. If we can sell Schultz and Wolf, there's a decent chunk of money, maybe. I mean, Wolf will get you about 10, Schultz, maybe 20, being generous, I don't know. I hate Man United fans. They paid 40 for both Fred and Wan-Bissaka, and now they're saying that Sancho is too expensive for 90. Yeah, they're getting a steal of a deal. I don't even want to get into it. But why don't we just buy Leon Bailey and Malen leaves when Haaland leaves? Because I think, in my opinion, and I don't know, these are guys. Most of these are just my opinion. If you think I'm wrong, feel free to suggest, man. But the reason I think that we're going for Malen now is because we want Malen. It's because we want Malen in general. We can only afford to sign one. So I know that, like I said, Malen isn't a like-for-like winger that will replace Jadon Sancho. However, he looks to be potentially the future. He looks to be someone who's going to come in. He can play as a winger for a season and then can ultimately be used as a striker if need be. And I think that if it goes down to Bailey and Malen, they want Malen. And then if Haaland leaves, Malen will go up to striker, and then we sign Bailey. I think it's a bigger threat that Malen is the guy that they really want, that he may get bought up by Liverpool this season if we don't act. Especially after putting up 19 goals and 8 assists last year. Rosa or Terzic? I love Terzic, man. Absolutely love him, but I do think Marco Rosa is the right man to lead this team forward. Any chance we don't sell Haaland in your opinion? In which way, Zachary? This summer, 0%. I mean, there's a 1% chance we sell Haaland, in my opinion, this summer. I think there's probably a 75% chance we sell Haaland next summer. Diaby or Bailey, who's better? I'm Bailey 100%. Both lightning speed. You can probably give the speed to Diaby, but in terms of finishing, in terms of more well-rounded player, I'm going with Bailey. I think Bailey he's deadly when he's got good long shots. He can take free kicks. I just think he's a little bit more of a well-rounded winger than Diaby, who's just about lightning pace. So if you're asking me who I'd want to sign, it would hands down be Bailey. I think Ranier is not going to go back to Madrid. We can buy him after his loan. I hope we don't buy Ranier. I haven't seen anything to impress me. Maybe he has a breakout year this year and it changes my mind. But I don't see it. Bailey, of course. Yep, I agree. Do you think Rosa can turn Brandt around? I personally don't. I know. It's a touchy situation with Brandt. I don't find a way that Brandt is successful this year unless he starts continuously. He's a streaky player already. In terms of the fact that he doesn't start every single game makes it harder. I think he gets played out of position way too much, shoots his confidence down. I think the best thing for Brandt is to move on. However, if he does stay, he has to play. And in a 4-2-3-1 with Gio and Royce, in my opinion, above Brandt, I don't know. I can't find a way that Brandt legitimately stays, plays, and is successful. So no, I don't. Unless Marco Rosa decides to play in a 4-2-3-1 and shoves Royce out on the wing. I don't know. I can't see it, man. I can't see it. Sancho, direct replacement, Ansgar Knauf. Also, we have Hazard. I don't think we need to panic on a Sancho replacement year view. I do think we need to sign someone. We lack depth on the wings. We played Gio and Brandt too many times, in my opinion, out on the wings. And honest to God, in my opinion, when I was watching the games half the time, there was an invisible right winger on the field. Whoever played in that right attacking midfielder position, when it's usually Gio or Brandt, was invisible. And I do think we need another winger, especially if Sancho is sold. And I think Ansgar could have a bigger season to play this year. But I do think someone like Malen, who could be useful playing on the wings, would be perfect. Without Renier, we could give him a chance, and I'd be happy with giving. Honestly, I'd be happy with giving any of the U23s a chance because they're our players than developing Renier anymore. If Holland goes next season, Vlahovic would be our replacement. Yes and no. I mean, yes, Vlahovic I think would be an excellent replacement. No, if we sign Malen is the Holland replacement. Unless somehow, some way, he blossoms as a winger this year in the 4-2-3-1, then he may stay as a winger and we may sign Vlahovic. But in my opinion, we're getting Malen in with an eye on our leading the line one day. Canales plays a bit of a wing back while Sancho is a full winger. We already have Meunier. I think that Ansgar will develop more as a winger than a fullback. That's my opinion from what I've seen him start for Dortmund and play for Dortmund. He's way further up the pitch than he is in as a right wing back, which sometimes obviously he plays for the U23s. But in my opinion, with his development, it's going to be as a winger. Be sure to drop a like, guys, if you were just joining us. Subscribe if you are new. We are going to get to our contest pretty soon. You guys have just been killing it with questions. Madueke, Malen, Bruno Guimaraes, St. Just, Lacroix, Atal, but we are just getting 2 of them. Yeah, in my opinion. In my opinion, and you gotta be careful which 2. In my opinion, like I said, and I said this a lot, and guys, like I said, I can be wrong. I can easily be wrong. But the way I see it, we're signing 3 players. We're signing a keeper, we have Kobel. We're signing a budget CB. That really leaves St. Just. It may be someone else. I don't know who it is, but it's not going to be Lacroix. It's not going to be anyone who costs probably over 15 mil. And then we're probably not going to touch the middle of the park unless Brandt potentially moves or Witzel or Delaney. So, Bruno Guimaraes is going to cost a lot of money, man. I don't see the way that we sign him this summer. Atal, we're not going to touch the wing backs. I could see us obviously flipping Schultz and then buying a natural left back. And Madueke and Malen, I don't see both of them coming in. I only see one of them coming in. I see it being Malen. And we've already just stated that we're only looking to spend 27 on Malen, which is undercutting PSV to seal this deal. And 75 million is going to balancing the books. So I still sticking to my guns. I only see 3 legitimate signings. We have 1. I see St. Just type center back or a Malen type of player. And then any other players that may come in will be dependent on who leaves. Renier has a lot of potential, but we're not going to develop him to a world class for Madrid for free. He does have some potential, but he's not our player, so I just don't feel like there's no reason Renier should ever be on the pitch in front of Canal, in my opinion. I don't know. I think we have a good shot, but I think it's very unknown. PSG spending Arab or Soil money again. Yeah, looks like they're going to buy Hakimi. I still think Sancho won't leave. Wishful thinking, maybe. I think it's wishful. I don't see a way he doesn't leave. I'd be very surprised, but United are stubborn, so are Dortmund, so you never know, but I see him leaving, man. Can't believe we were close to buying Foden a few years ago. If Pep wasn't there, we would have found a gem. Could have been. Doesn't mean he would have developed the same kind of way, but, we very well could have got Foden, and he could have turned good, but he did turn good for City as well. Do you think that there's a chance United fail like last year? I don't, man. I don't. I think they're gonna get the deal over the line. I think it's 95-5. If they figure a way to screw this deal, then it's on them. I think back 3 with Guerrero, Meunier attacking wing backs would be a killing formation. Your view? The main reason a back 3 would be useful is to put Hummels in his preferred central center back position with 2 quick center backs to the side of him. If we sign St. Just, for example, pace mixed in with Akanji, that's good pace that lets kind of Hummels be that quarterback type of role he likes. It puts Guerrero in his most comfortable position. Meunier can play up the pitch as a wingback. He does it for Belgium. There's a lot of reasons why this could work. I just feel like the 4-2-3-1 will be the way that Marco Rosa starts it, mainly because he's going to want to find a way to get in the two CDMs. He wants to get his attacking players on the pitch. But It's the 3-4-2-1 is a formation I could see us potentially rocking. You guys have a lot of comments, my God. It's nice that we are selling Schultz, just eating up fees. A little sad about Fry. Wolf was a weird signing to me. Spot on. I think Schultz, Wolf got to go. I do like Fry. I do, and maybe he'll stay. I liked watching him a lot, man. I think he's a good little baller. But no, not today, my man, not today. Probably Monday we'll be back with one. I saw a report earlier that Lazio want 25 mil for Julian Brandt. I was reading that as well. I don't know if they're willing to drop that kind of money. Maurizio Sarri does like playing in a 4-2-3-1. They have Luis Alberto. That's where he would play, is in the 10. But keep dissing Brandt, Josh. You did the same about Dahoud this year. I mean, I'm not dissing. I'm not trying not to. I don't want to ever come off that I'm disrespecting any of our players. I'm just telling. I think Brandt's an excellent player. I think the way that he's going to shine and get better is to play. And I don't see him playing under this year. And that's the same thing went for Dahoud. If Dahoud didn't score that rocket against Sevilla and have an excellent game, I don't know if he would have got the trust of his manager to put him in each and every game pretty much for the rest of the season. I'm definitely not perfect in my predictions, man. I looked at you guys in the eye and said Dahoud's got no future. So if Brandt proves me wrong, kudos. I do like Brandt, but we have Gio, who's the future of that position, and we have Royce. Those are two big bodies in front of him playing his best position. And like I said, Brandt has had good games for Dortmund, and when he did, he plays as a 10 or he plays as an 8. But I'm going to say 75% of the times he's played for us in last season was on the wing or as a false 9, which is just straight up where he should not play. I feel like Mullen will be the same as Hazard on the wing. Potentially. I haven't seen him enough on the wing. That's not his natural position, but I mean, he's quick, he's pacey, he's smart, he's a good finisher. And then if we need to switch up the formation, we can. We should have asked Manchester United for Dalio and 60 million. He does look like a special player. I still don't know if I would have done that. I think I would have just preferred the money. But I don't know. Maybe if we sell a player, we can do a cheeky little Donny van de Beek signing. Reina has played well on the wings for the U.S. men's national team. We play him on the wings after Royce. Brandt can be his true successor. I don't think Gio is that good on the wings. I mean, these are just my opinions. I feel free to put him in. Gio has played decent on the wings for the U.S. men's national team. He has, in my opinion, he has one good game to every 4 for Dortmund on the wings. But when he plays centrally, he looks a lot better. And I think even U.S. men's national team fans will agree when Gio plays through the middle for the U.S., he plays better. I think Gio should be developed as a cam, and I think that he is the natural successor to Royce. He's way younger, too. Brandt is in his prime and is not playing like it. So I don't think Brandt is a successor to Royce. I think Brandt is a surplus of requirements at Dortmund. That is my opinion. A lot of people don't agree with it. A lot of people really think that Brandt will have a shot. And we will have to wait and see. But if Brandt comes in and Marco Rose can find a way to use him successfully and consistently, I think that's the only way we should keep Brandt. Because for his sake, I don't want to see him stay on the bench and rot away there. Because he is a good footballer. He needs to get minutes. How long do you think until Sancho leaves? My guess, honestly, was Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday or Thursday, like yesterday or the day before. So I'm obviously wrong. So I bet you, if I had to put money on it, if he does leave, it'll probably come right after the Euros. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know about the U23s. There's a lot of good U23 players this year that could have had opportunities up with the main squad that were never looked. I think it's going to depend on how he performs. Same with some of the other players who are down there. I mean, Maloney was someone I really wanted to see come up. I mean, talented, good outside left back or left center back. I thought he could have been useful as well. I don't know. It's going to be very hard. The main U23 players and younger players that I see coming up and getting a chance would be Knauf, Toby, and I mean, Tig is the odd time, but I mean, I don't know. Not really. I think Sancho will leave around a week after England get knocked out from the Euros. I think that's fair. Liverpool are looking at Mullen as well. A view for a Firmino replacement, which shows definite that he's best as a striker. He is best as a striker. Spot on. He's definitely best as a striker. However, this is where it scares me, is that if we've stated we're only willing to spend a certain amount of money on him, and Liverpool come in, Liverpool are going to get him if it comes down to who's going to outbid who. So that's what makes me a little bit nervous about this signing. Why is United fans so annoying? Cannot even beat Villarreal. Fair. Can see Delaney going and Brandt staying. Delaney's been linked out quite a few times, which is a little bit surprising for me. I mean, we do have a lot of depth there. If Toby looks to get promoted, or maybe we do go out and look for another central defensive midfielder, I can see Brandt staying too, or at least staying and given a shot during preseason and right up until the end of the transfer window. But yeah, I don't know. It's a toughy situation, man. I prefer signing Bailey, proven Bundesliga, great replacement for Sancho. It is. If you're going like for like replacement, Bailey's a better option than Malen. I absolutely agree. I think that they're taking a bit of a risk with Malen to play on the wings for a year and then bank the fact that he'll be your leading striker. That's the only way I see it. Then again, the ideal for me is Liverpool and Dortmund get Malen and Vlahovic in any order. Fair. A good replacement could be Bailey. Bailey would be my ideal Sancho like-for-like replacement. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not able to find any sources stating that they have left. I didn't see any sources about it, but I did see a tweet about it. It was a tweet about all the U23 players that are potentially moving on. One of the rumors in that was that Tigges was being targeted by a couple of clubs in the Bundesliga 2. But if you do find one, feel free to send me it over Twitter or something. Because I do remember seeing an article around that as well. The new calendar is pretty balanced. Hope that we don't have to play Bayern during the Champions League knockouts. I'm hoping as well. It is a good schedule. There is a good chunk of games. I believe it was Wolfsburg, Bayern, Leipzig, Stuttgart in a foursome like that. A little nerve-wracking, man. I want the Polish youngster in our midfield. Well, we do like going for young players, my man. Do you think that the Netherlands will contend for the Euros? I don't think their manager is good enough to get them the championship, but it looks like they have a pretty easy route to the finals. So, but here's our boy Stadium for Ants. I'm going to send him the invite now. I'm late. I just looking at the time. David, I'm sorry. I got distracted with Sancho talk, but I'll send you the link, so feel free to jump on, David, when you are ready, and we can do the announcement. Got some Twitter notifications. Cool. All right, where were we? Before David jumps in, announce it now. Stadium Ants has entered. Yes, he does. Gio isn't fast enough for the wings. He thrives in the middle with everything being around him. Gage, absolutely agree. I've heard AC Milan are going for Ziyech. Do you think that he'd be a decent loan signing for us? Ziyech? No, not really. Only because, again, like I don't know. I would take Ziyech, I guess. It depends on, because like he's a winger. He can play through the middle as well. We definitely won't use him through the middle. Ziyech doesn't have as much pace as I would like. I'd rather Bailey, for example. If you're going for a winger, I'd rather someone who's a natural winger rather than a Ziyech type winger who's still good but does things a little bit differently. But he's with Balcom. All right, thank you, my man. Yusufa Mukoko next season thoughts. I think he'll probably play around 20 games, most of which coming from a sub. Have you watched them play in the group stage? The Netherlands? I have. I had watched them have an excellent game against Ukraine. I think that they look way better than they thought with Frank de Boer. Everyone thought that Frank de Boer was going to butcher it, but producer T is Dutch. He bought a very nice Netherlands kit, so he will be going for the Netherlands. And I was trying to keep an eye on Malen as well. He's impressed me, but I have watched them. And I'd like to see them go a little bit deeper. And I do think they have a nice run, but who do you got for Germany versus England? Germany, baby. And if you're supporting Germany, we will do the watch along. There'll probably be a lot of English fans doing watch alongs as well. But if you're here to cheer on Germany, get ready for us. But David is behind the scenes right now, guys. So we will be announcing it soon. Don't worry, Josh. It's not the end of the world. Sancho would probably are a wonder kid, but remember, we know about rolling down the Jeep when your brain goes numb. Like a poet, my man, like a poet. But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna miss Sancho if and when he does move on. But you know, what can you do? What can you do? Awesome channel. Well, thank you, my man. I believe that's. Are you just putting hashtag coach? Is that supposed to hashtag coach Josh? I like it, Coach Josh. We're good. The Netherlands don't play De Boer style football. It's like they're managing themselves. That is true. They usually they change from the 4-3-3 into the 3-4-3, which or no 3-5-2. They play in a 3-5-2. Very weird formation. I'm rooting for the Netherlands in the tournament. Well, you can go. You and producer T can get there, my friends. But we need Vestergaard from Southampton next season. He's a beast. He's a good player. He's a very good player. It would be cool to see Emery Moore back in the Bundesliga, but I don't think he's at his level yet. I don't think so as well, but we're going to get David to enter this stream right now. I do need some headphones so I can hear David properly. So get ready for the little show-off of the beautiful stadium for ants. Okay. All right. And then we will do our winner. But we're going to show it off first. We're going to show what it looks like, because you know what? It's beautiful. David put a lot of work into it. And it's a one-of-a-kind piece. So whoever owns it has really a piece of history. Okay. Let's invite David on. He looks like he's ready. David, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Not too bad. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, man. I heard you underestimating my boy Gio.
I wasn't underestimating. I said that he. What do you think? Do you think he plays better as a cam or out on the wing?
Well, I think that you're right. In the long term, he's probably a natural cam in the prime of his career, but the past couple of games, he has played absolutely spectacularly on the wing. For USMNT, he's got maybe a little more pace than he gives away at Dortmund, and I'm not really sure why. He was flying past Mexico defenders a couple of weeks ago in the final of the tournament, and it was amazing to see. And I think that because Royce has so many injury problems, and it's such a sad thing, right? Because he's everybody's favorite Dortmund player.
Yeah.
But I think that Brandt actually does a really good job of filling that role when Royce is down, and then you can play Gio out on the wing, whereas I don't think you could switch those two, right? So if you have the injury problem with Royce, which it almost feels like it's inevitable every season, right? He's going to miss a couple of weeks or a month at some point. I think if you play Brandt in that cam role, you can still play Gio out on the wing and get a lot out of both of them.
That is true, and it's a touchy situation when it comes to Brandt, because a lot of people don't like the fact that I think he should maybe move on. But you did make some good points. In terms of Gio on the wing, he's not like he like I said, in 1 in 4 games on the wing for Dortmund, I think he's had good games. I remember the game against Bremen; he was excellent coming from the wings. But at times he just seems to get lost. He seems same thing as Brandt when they play out on the wings. It almost seems that right attacking midfielder position is just completely not there, and that was a big issue I had with it. But I do agree he did have some good performances at times with Dortmund and for the USMT.
No, I get it. I wonder if it's a product of him being young. I mean, the kid's 18 years old. I wonder if part of it is system. Right, because he looked so much better on the wing for the U.S. team than he does, and I respect that he plays better in central midfield for Dortmund. But I wonder if that's a system thing, and I wonder if it's something that he can develop in the offseason.
And I mean, that's what we gotta hope. That's what we gotta hope, because I mean he's a good player, and I hope he'd be a little bit more, not useful, but a little bit more engaging when it comes to Dortmund in the upcoming season. Because I mean, we want to see him progress, we want to see him play. It's hard when we think his best position is as a cam under Royce. I think he's as being a young player, he has tried to make that winger position his. Hasn't always been a fit, but I mean, we'll have to see what Marco Rosa decides to do with him.
Well, and I wonder how many more minutes he gets on the wing with Sancho not there.
Exactly, and depending on who the replacement is, if it's Mullen, who's not an out-and-out winger, it could be an opportunity for Gio to grow into that position. And I agree. There has been times where Gio's, I mean, I think it's because he's so good with the ball that it looks like he glides through people. Because I don't believe he is the fastest person you're going to find on the winger, but I think
no, he's not. But I think we might be underestimating his pace a little bit.
And I agree. And I think a lot of it goes with the fact that he's good with the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
I mean, he glides through people and makes it look like he's quick. But all right, David, do you want to show off our beautiful, beautiful contest? We're excited to give this puppy away.
We got the ant cam going again.
The ant cam.
Let me see if we can. You know what? We're gonna have to just do one of these jobs.
Look at the ant cam.
The ant cam. She moves.
She moves.
So it is fully detailed. In fact, you know what? Let me just take it off there, and we're gonna do a full sweep around. We planted all the trees. We got the lights going. Got the little fence in front of the Südtribüne. And yeah, I'm really excited. I don't even know who the winner is. Josh, do you know who the winner is?
I do know who the winner is.
Oh my God.
I know. It's going to be wild.
You want to tell everybody who it is? Because I don't even know.
All right. So we will do I did try to contact him. I don't know if he's here. I just messaged him just before. It was last minute, but yeah, we did a random draw, same way we did our Geo kit giveaway and our normal Dortmund giveaway. Grabbed all of the numbers of everyone who entered. We put it into a random calculator. I went in. I did the cross reference once we have the winner. So the winner is a familiar face here on the channel, and it is Yusuf Malik. So I don't know if Yusuf is here right now.
If Yusuf is watching, Yusuf, get in touch with me via Twitter, and we'll arrange shipment.
Yusuf Malik. I did send him a message. Yusuf's been on the channel for a while. We cross-referenced. He did all of the steps required to win.
Awesome.
So Yusuf, congratulations if you are here. I did send you a message, but I don't see him in the chat. You have won. You have won. Congratulations. You've won a one-of-a-kind piece. Very, very, very cool. Thank you guys all for entering so much. Yusuf did just like my message on Instagram, so he may jump on the stream and we'll be able to congratulate him. But yeah, very, very cool. And again, a huge thank you to all you guys who are entering the contest. It was a lot of fun. And here he is, our guy right there. Yusuf, congratulations, my man. You are the winner of this one-of-a-kind piece that David created, man. Very, very cool. Yusuf's a fellow Canadian too, so I mean.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, random draw, but very, very cool to see another Canadian. I wasn't sure who was going to be. A lot of people had entered it, but yeah, very cool, Yusuf. Congratulations. I can't wait to see you get it. David, I don't know if anything else you want to touch on it itself and things like that, because it is an incredible piece that you've come up with.
No, thanks, man. It's been so fun working with you guys. You know, I have a lot of love and respect for you guys, of course, as well as the club. So to be, able to do something fun in the off season, especially when there's, no club football going on. And I think that especially right now, I think that everybody is waiting to get back to the stadiums, no matter where we live, no matter what continent we're on, no matter where we are. And so for me to be able to do these little projects is like, it's just such an awesome little part of my life to kind of give back in these ways. And of course, to memorialize these things that we all miss so much. And that's the cool part for me.
Dude, I'm speechless. Well, Yusuf, do you want to jump on the stream? Do you want?
Yes, get him on.
Do you want to say something? I don't know if you're comfortable doing that, but if you are, I'll send you a link on Instagram. So just let us know if you are. That way you can thank David in person before and just say hello to the channel. You've been on the channel for a long time, and I've just sent you the link. So if you want to jump on, Yusuf, no pressure. If you are home and you want to jump on, feel free. He said sure. All right, we'll have the first little viewer to jump on the channel as well. I'll have a little foursome of people. I don't know if there's a
lot of North American flair tonight.
I know. A couple Canadians. We have an American. We have an Ant Cam. We are absolutely laughing. But Alex says, "Congrats, man." But you're speaking. That is fair. He's awake. It'll be cool having him on. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool, especially like you said, not having people in the stadium. Yusuf is getting a stadium, so I mean,
what more do you want?
What do you think, David, in terms of Germany and being allowed fans? Do you think that for the upcoming Bundesliga season they'll integrate it a little bit more? We had that question earlier, and I really didn't know what to say. It's really interesting. Obviously, I'm moving to Amsterdam in a couple of months, and there's a lot of chatter around Europe right now about what it's going to look like. I know that it's kind of like in pockets, but I'm kind of watching how it all went down in the States. Just kind of getting once we got the vaccine ramped up, it made it a lot easier for the government to say, okay, yeah, if you're vaccinated, you can go to games. And now, like in my hometown, I live in Cleveland. We've got a full stadium in the Indians ballpark. So I don't think it's too far away. It just kind of comes down to vaccination rates, I think. Yeah, I think there's a good chance. I think they're going to integrate it slowly. There's a lot of people to fit in this stadium, but Yusuf is here behind the scenes. So Yusuf, just give me a thumbs up when you're ready so I can bring you in, and you can say a little hello to the channel.
Hey.
And our guy's here.
David, right?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Yeah, thank you so much, man. The thing looks beautiful. I cannot wait to get
it.
Yeah, why not? I guess. Yeah, no, I didn't. I got lucky because usually I don't really get lucky with contests. I mean, most people don't, but yeah, I'm really happy to win this one.
It's awesome, man. Congratulations. Yeah. I'm so excited to send it to you. And just send me a private message on Twitter, and we'll figure out, how to get it to you safely.
Sorry, my thing cut out there. Can you repeat that? Sorry, my
audio just cut out for a second. Send me a message on Twitter, and we'll figure out a way to get it to you safely.
Yeah, sure thing.
Cool, man. Yusuf, do you have any plans for it? Any immediate spots where you're gonna put this puppy?
Looking around. I don't know. I don't have much space, but I'll find a way. I'll find a way for sure.
You can hang it on the wall, man. I made it so that the frame works. You can just hang it on the wall, and when your friends come over, you take it down, turn the lights on, show them everything. It's cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah.
Sweet.
Look at Yusuf with the JJD TV hat.
That's right.
Absolutely rocking it. That is cool. Fitting. That is cool, man.
Super cool.
But yeah, all right, Yusuf. Anything you want to say to the stream, to the chat about Sancho, about anything? It's good to have you on.
It's sad to see him. That he's most likely gonna leave. He's like other than Royce, he's probably my favorite player on the team right now, or like Hummels as well. So but then again, I knew it was coming, and at least he won the Pokal with us. Hopefully next season we can still compete without him. And I'm wishing the best. I'm looking really forward to Rosa. And I really think we have a shot. I know we say that every year, but I think this year's looking promising. So, we have to.
Yeah, I agree. In terms of, I know we're losing a superstar, but in terms
we are.
Wait, you know what? I have to ask a question, guys. I have to ask one last question.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just losing a superstar. We're losing a derby. How do we feel about
this? Guys, can you shut up, please? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
My brother is just being annoying because he knows I'm on this now. But, sorry. Sorry, I didn't catch the last bit. You said we're losing a superstar and
we're losing a superstar. We're losing a derby. How do we feel about this? I know you always want to see. You always want to see your rival get relegated, but then again, it's like, wait a second, now we don't have a derby.
I didn't want to see them get relegated. I do like it when they don't do very well, but at the same time, it's I really liked the Revia derbies, so that's gonna be it's not gonna be fun without it, but we still have a lot of good other teams to face and a lot of exciting ones. I always look forward to the Leipzig games. They're always very
totally
goal heavy, and I mean, as far as to like losing Sancho, I mean, we still have Holland, and as long as we have some people who can deliver the ball, and if Thorgan has a good season, I think it can be easily replaced.
What
Not
about
to
the
the
new?
extent.
What about the new Derby, the Bolcom Derby? Now, do you guys think that'll have any type of replacement, any feel good factor about it? Because
Not even
no,
close.
no.
Not even close, man. Not even
So,
close.
so how does that play out? Does that mean that we have to actually root for Schalke to get promoted?
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Fair.
If
I'll
we
just
go
say
get
no.
promoted, it's not like they're gonna do well. I'm okay with them because they're not gonna like get past like 10th place. So I mean, at a bad best. So I don't mind having them as long as they're not challenging us, right?
It's called minor for a reason. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I was the same kind of way. I didn't want to see Schalke go down. I wanted to see them probably finish as low as they possibly could to relegation, so we didn't lose the derby. But they brought it on themselves, so it's hard to feel overly bad. But they'll just have to fight in a very tough Bundesliga 2 next season to see if they can get promotion back up. But yeah, I don't know. David, would you have any thoughts about Sancho leaving? Do you want anything that's special you want to say? I know he's not gone yet. I don't want to overcast it, but.
No.
I
I mean, I think we're all on the same page here. It's closer than it's ever been. It's way closer than it was last year. United has a history of dragging these things out way longer than they ever need to or should. I think that it had a negative effect on Jadon for the first half of this past season. I wish him all the best in Manchester. Of course, I know that he's got really close friends in that side. I know he's really close with Marcus Rashford. So I hope that it works out really well for him. But as we all know, United's a bit of a disaster. And so, I hope it goes well for him. But there's a part of me that's like, maybe it won't.
Yeah, in terms of transfers, like when I look back on the Aubameyang, the Dembele departure, they were just horrible in so many different ways. I thought that Sancho has been such a class act with the media.
Totally.
I thought he said all the right things. He's a talented young kid. If this was an agreement that he had even before he came to the club, so
yeah.
I don't hold anything against him. Was United my favorite destination? No, but I wish the kid the absolute best, and he's done so many wonderful things for us in the last 4 years.
Yeah, he's such a. You can tell that he's such a good kid. You know what I mean? He's not one of these kids that's like getting in trouble, and he's not running around. And yeah, you wish him all the best, and you just gotta hope that it works out for him because like I said, the dumpster fire in Manchester these days. This is worrisome.
Yusuf,
what about thoughts on Mullen coming in?
Mullen, I think he's class, but I'm thinking that there's a high chance we're not gonna get him because of Liverpool interest, and I feel like our board is just not gonna be willing to go all in there and spend that 35 million. But if we are able to, and if Watzke decides to, I'm down. I think he's a class player. He won't be the level of Sancho, but I think that he can bring a lot to this team, and he's versatile as well, which is why I'm interested. I like him.
Yeah, I'm very nervous in terms of money being spent. If he's if the board said that we're going to spend 27 million and Liverpool's interested, that makes it so much more difficult to be able to secure this transfer because it's just not going to happen. If Liverpool's in it to win it and can spend a little bit more money, they're just going to have to outbid Dortmund by a couple mil at 27, and they'll be able to secure someone of Mullen's stature. And I think that would be a huge miss for us. But I mean, I do hope he comes. And if he doesn't, I'd like to see someone like Leon Bailey come in for a natural type of replacement. David, how about if Mullen doesn't come? Is there a player that you have in mind that you would prefer to replace Sancho? For me, Bailey, a little bit more like a more natural winger, Bundesliga experience, but I don't know. I still am leaning towards Mullen coming.
I think he's coming. Honestly, though, if he doesn't, I think that you're gonna see Gio as that replacement. I think they'll do it in house from there if it's not Mullen.
Do it in house.
I really do. I think that again, his performances on the wing for the U.S. national team have been spectacular. Not good, spectacular. And I'm sure that Zorc and the rest of the organization are looking at that and saying, okay, how can we get that out of him, especially when we're losing Sancho? It just makes sense to me. And if you don't get Mullen, it makes even more sense.
And a formation that Marco Rose can do that could utilize 2 center attacking midfielders is the 3-4-2-1. Lucien Favre played that formation a couple times. You could have Holland as your striker, Royce, and then Gio directly under Holland, playing tucked in. Then you have your wing backs in Guerrero and Meunier, 2 center mids, take your pick, whether it's Bellingham, Dahoud, and then a back 3 with Akanji, whoever our new signing may be, on the outsides, Hummels through the middle, and then Kobel in net. So, I mean, that could be an option. I do think that they will replace him, though. I don't know how they're going to look to do it if they miss out on Mullen.
Yeah.
Yusuf, any thoughts?
Going back to a little bit on Gio, I kind of have to disagree there. I don't think that he can fit that natural wing area, but like if with time he can. But I still think that like for right now for this season, I don't think we can take a risk. So I think we have to go all in for Mullen. But it would still work. Like Gio's a phenomenal player, and he will be. But I don't know about putting him right now.
Yep, finding consistency for me with Gio on the wing would be big because, like I said, I mean, he's had good performances on the wings. David's seen it, we've seen it. It's that thing about Sancho doing it night in, night out. And to replace someone like Jadon, you need someone who can put up those kind of numbers each and every game to help us compete. I'm not convinced Gio's quite at that level on the wing yet, but I do think that he has opportunity to grow, and it could be a good look down the line depending on what formation Marco Rosa does and indeed go with. I don't know why, but I'm not 100% confident in Kobel. Thoughts, gentlemen? David?
I'm going to defer to you on that one, Josh.
You're going to defer to me on that one? I think Kobel is the perfect type of Dortmund signing in terms of money, in terms of the fact that he's young, he got a lot of potential, it could be a good look. It is an upgrade in certain ways from Berkey in terms of consistency, and it's just one of those transfers that we go to and hope that it pays out in the long run. Is he a Neuer right now? No. Will he be a Neuer one day? I don't know, but that's kind of the way that Dortmund run this club. And it's those, I don't know. I wasn't sold on the fact that he came here, but a lot of people who've actually watched him a lot more than I have seem to think that he's the real deal and can lead between the sticks for us. Yusuf, you have any input on our boy Kobel?
I haven't. Well, I did watch it like when he was in Stuttgart. I watched him here and there, not as often. But I still think what I see from him and everything that he struggles with, I think he can work on pretty easily. He has to me, he has that issue with hits where he has good reflexes, but at the same time he can't really. He doesn't really catch the ball much. He'll go for the punch. He'll go for the one-handed, try to look cool and everything. But he definitely can work on that with his experience with his passing as well. But I think he has the raw reflexes in order to maybe reach that level. I don't know about Neuer, but reach a really high level. I think he's definitely going to be hopefully better than Berkey ever was. Although I did rate Berkey, but I feel like Kobel really could reach that. He just needs some time.
Yeah, the big thing that we were looking for was a ball-moving keeper. That's why Mike Maignan was really linked to us. Kobel can do it, in my opinion, better than Hitz or Berkey could. I'm hoping that's going to be a big strength of his. He can save penalties, which is a massive thing that Dortmund keepers just did not know how to do in the better part of 3 years. So we'll have to wait and see. Some of you guys are saying that Kobel is a very good keeper in the Bundesliga. Not top 5, but good, and I think that's fair. I don't think that he's top 5. Ethan disagrees a little bit and says he's not an upgrade. Now, I do think he's an upgrade on Hitz and Berkey in terms of consistency, but it's an investment, and that's where we're gonna look at him. But all right, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up for there today. So Yusuf, we'll give you a beautiful little exit if you want to say one last thing as anything to do with the contest or just a goodbye.
Sorry, guys, I have to go now actually. So
there you go. Perfect timing. All right, David. There we are. We wrapped that up in perfect timing where Yusuf's like, all right, I'm out.
That was amazing.
But
life calls, right? Life calls.
Yeah, it's fair. But yeah, David, again, we appreciate collaborating with me on this. It was a lot of fun. You created something absolutely spectacular. Can't wait to see it get to Yusuf. Hopefully post some pictures about it. Maybe he puts it on his wall. I don't know. But it's very cool. We appreciate you making this contest possible, collaborating with myself, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Definitely. Thanks again, guys. And there's always more projects coming, so you never know what might happen.
Perfect. Appreciate it, David.
Cheers, guys.
All right, and with that, we're left with me and the ant cam. I have to get rid of that. All right, guys. A lot of fun. We'll see what happens in the future of Sancho. We'll see what happens in the future of Mullen. hopefully we'll be able to keep it up to date with you. Appreciate you guys tuning in, watching the contest, getting to meet a viewer, all that fun stuff. Take care, my friends, and we'll talk to you guys soon.